So this video is for people in the Junior Tech App Development class who don't have any access to an Android device for trying to test their apps during this class. So right now I'm going to show you how to install an emulator on your computer so that if you can't access an Android device, you can test all of your apps straight on your computer. An Android device would be preferred, but this is another option. So this link right here is where you'd like to go to set up your emulator or to see the instructions for it. It's included in this video description, but once you're here you can figure out what device you're currently using, if you're on Mac, Windows, or Linux, and how to set it up. So since I'm on Windows, I can take a look at these instructions here, and it's going to show me how to download the installer for the emulator and go through the setup procedures. So once you have it installed, it should look like this. You can go through the setup procedure and it should give you an application called AI Starter. Alright, now to set it up, we can go back to the original page here and go through their steps. Right, so it says you have to open it up, so open AI Starter. Alright, and you should see like a nice terminal window like this come up, or it'll be at the bottom here on your taskbar. And it shouldn't really do anything yet until you actually open up MIT App Inventor and try to connect. So you see that's the next step here. So I'm going to go and find an MIT App Inventor project. This is what we were working on Monday. So to connect it up, I'm going to click connect, and then I'm going to quickly do a hard reset. Don't do this step yourselves. This is just so I can guide you guys through the setup procedure. I'm going to click AI Companion. I'm going to click Emulator, and you'll see over here these lines start appearing. So it's going to start trying to connect up and go through the setup procedure. Alright, so here my emulator opens, and since this is the first time we're opening up the emulator, I've opened it before, but I just did a hard reset, so it acts as if it's the first time. There's going to be a couple things that we need to do, so we're going to have to like update the emulator and make sure it's compatible and everything. But you can follow the steps here through it, and you'll see it actually gives you a prompt saying that what you need to do when you run it the first time. You're basically just going to have to go through the setup procedure that is going to tell you. It's going to give you pretty basic instructions that you need to follow, but do be patient because this emulator takes a long time to start up. You can see here it's going to tell you to wait 10 seconds repeatedly while it's trying to open itself up. So here it should be opening up the emulator in a second, or my app. And you see here, it comes up, your companion app is out of date. Click OK to start the update. Watch your emulator screen because you will be asked to approve the update. So I'm going to click OK here. And we're going to follow these steps. The update is now being installed on your device. Watch your device or emulator screen to approve the software installation when prompted. Important, when the update finishes, choose Done. Don't click Open. Then go to App Inventor in your web browser, click Connect menu, choose Reset Connection, then reconnect to the device. So this is very important. You need to follow these steps. So I'm going to click OK to confirm this, and I'm going to click Install. Alright. So you see application installed, and it says choose Done. Do not click Open. So I'm going to click Done. And now I'm going to follow their other steps. So connect, reset connection, not hard reset, reset connection. You'll see the emulator completely just closed, and now I should be able to click emulator again, and it'll go through its steps again. It'll take a minute or so to open up, but it should be fully set up now and ready to actually emulate any apps that you're trying to create. So let's give this 1 second just to open up. It's actually open right here in the back. And just loading through the steps. So again, this basically creates like a virtual Android device on your computer. It's not as good as having one in your hand because it's got a little bit of a different feel to how you interact with the apps. And as you can see, it has quite a long setup procedure. It takes a while to open the emulator every single time you want to test your app. So if you do have an Android device at home, that's probably the best way to try to test your apps. But again, it sounds like a lot of you guys have only iOS devices or Apple devices at home. So this is a good alternative. If you're also on Mac, the procedure setup is going to be, or the setup procedure is going to be quite similar. Very slightly different, and it might even work a little better. I'm going to click OK here when this prompt comes up. Install again. done. Yeah, so finally, after following all of the setup procedure, you can just see just how I did it here. We're going to be greeted with our app. So as you can see, this is my app, same exact app. And if I click it, it should do everything that my app is supposed to do. Alright, so there you go. Feel free to email us or ask us any questions tomorrow if you weren't able to complete this setup procedure. But please try to follow along with this recording and set this up for tomorrow if you don't have access to an Android device. Alright, thank you.